Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rattlesnake, and if you know me, if you've watched my channel before, you know I have opinions. I am a big opinionated person, and my parents would call it being on my high horse. I call it being correct and right all of the time, actually. And when I'm not, I am, because I educate myself and learn. But I have a lot of things that piss me off. My pet peeves, if you will. I have a little list of them right here. I'm going to go through some of these things as per my dad's suggestion. I've written them down so that you guys can hear some of my pet peeves. First off, the volume in movies and TV shows nowadays. I'm sure everyone's noticed this. I know people noticed it because they complain about it. The lack of consistency with the volume in movies and TV shows is insane. The dialogue's really quiet, so you have to turn it up to hear it. Or if you're in theatre, you have to guess, unless you are lucky enough to get a closed caption screening, which we've been starting to go to when possible, because I am bad at hearing and I have bad processing with words at times, so it's helpful. But yeah, the dialogue's really quiet and the action sequences are so loud. I don't know who is balancing these and why it became a problem. I don't want to blame Marvel movies because it shouldn't have been them, because they have been fine at times and then really bad at other times. But it might have been them. I think it was just the influx of action and superhero movies that we were seeing that caused this to be a problem. So I don't know. But you have to turn it up when you're at home, and then the action sequences are too loud, so you have to turn it back down. And another thing, lighting. Why is everything so dark all of a sudden? I know my room's dark, it's later in the day. But why are movies and TV shows all of a sudden really dark? You can't see anything, it's not all of a sudden. Some things have been fixing this. Superman, Fantastic Four, they're watching Fantastic Four at the moment. They had really good lighting. I think there's been some good movies out recently. I didn't see that many movies last year though, that I can think of. But they had good lighting. But yeah, why did we go through a phase where you couldn't see anything? Important stuff was happening in the movie and you just couldn't see it. Screw subtlety, I guess. I think this is also why we have so much exposition at the start of movies nowadays. If you can't write good exposition, don't put it in. Show, don't tell. It's one of the basic rules. Anyway, moving on. Not interacting with other cultures. This applies in movies, in TV shows, in music, in art, in all forms, in food, with people from other cultures. The amount of hate I see on Indians all of a sudden online is crazy. What is going on? Why does everyone hate people from India? What? Refusing to watch a movie or a TV show or listen to a song because it's not in your language is wild to me. Along the same lines, it's not the same people, but the people who don't listen to rap, that's not the problem. Don't listen to rap, but then call it too overstimulating. Turn around, listen to hyperpop or, a bunch of video game soundtracks and whatnot, and you're just like, this doesn't equate. You just say you're racist. Just say you don't want to interact with black art because you feel uncomfortable interacting with black art because you don't understand it. Nobody's forcing you to listen to rap. It's just weird that you don't listen to any form of genre that is populated by black people. Because you ask them, you're like, oh, so what else do you listen to? And that's basically it. You're like, you don't listen to any jazz, any blues, any soul music ever. I mean, I don't listen to as much soul or blues. I have in the past. My friends are into blues. I really love jazz though. Jazz music, swing music, big band. I've talked about my love for jazz for a while, but that's also because I'm a brass player. I'm not a very good one, but I do love it. I love singing it as well. It's so much fun. But yeah, not interacting with other people's cultures is so weird. and the incessant hate on certain cultures because you find them weird, mostly coming from Americans. I know people hate on your culture and online, oh, but they call us this and that. It's because everyone's been saturated with your, like, media, babes. We don't want another 50 million shows of you telling us how the world should work, and then once we have a TV show, you comment, that's not actually how it goes. You don't live in this country. Why does Heartbreak High look like an American high school? It's set in Australia, at an Australian high school with Australian actors. Our schools don't look like that. It's crazy. I don't know. Moving on before I get too heated about that, or I am too heated. Slow walkers. I think this is like self-explanatory, and no, I'm not talking about disabled people. I am talking about people who don't respect the flow of traffic when walking in a city. Meander along the city streets. Oh, look at this, look at that. Yeah, you're a tourist, that's fine. But you gotta recognize what you're doing. If you're going to just stop in the middle of it, like, it's not just slow walkers, it's bad walkers. People who don't know how to walk properly. Like, if you're going to stop in the middle of the street, pull over to the side to look at something on your phone. Do not just stand there. You are going to get hit. It is going to be your fault. And you're going to complain, oh, people in Melbourne are so rude, you know, they walk straight into me. No! You stopped in the middle of traffic, man! You stopped in the middle of the footpath. What do you expect us to do? People who walk four in a group. I want to get places. You are being annoying. Like, I get you have friends, you can split 2 and 2. It's fine. You should be splitting 2 and 2. If there's a group of 3 of you, one of you has to walk just slightly behind but in the middle. It's just social rules. And it's always when you need to be places, and never when you don't, because you are the slow walker. But it's just, it seems to me, whenever I am in a rush to get somewhere, I am stuck behind the slowest walkers possible. And it's not just like old people or disabled people, it is just people who have no sense of urgency. Oh, that's another one. People have no sense of urgency when it comes to other people's time, or don't respect other people's time. Piss me off. Oh, we're meeting in 10 minutes? Let me just go have a shower. The set time is 5:30. Like, the time we're meeting at 5:30. Oh, I'm leaving the house at 5:30. I know I've sometimes done it in the sense of that's when my bus comes and I cannot catch an earlier bus because I'll just be waiting at the place for ages. Or like the bus just hasn't come, which is super annoying. But the people who have no sense of urgency or respect for other people's time is wild. Why do you do this? The people who make it their whole personality that they're late, you're a dick. You suck. I hope people hate you for it, actually. Your friends don't like you doing that. Anyway, the next one is the treatment of black cats. This is going to be brief, but I know a lot of cats in, you know, what's it, adoption agencies? Shelters, are black because people get kittens and they're like, oh, it's cursed, you know. The fact that people actively go out of their way to hit black cats, it's not as common anymore, but I've still seen the sentiment online. It's really sad that that's just how it is. I mean, people don't like cats in general. There are a lot of people who are just like, oh, a cat, and they're like, you guys are rude. You don't understand consent, but whatever. But the fact that it's specifically black cats is like really, really sad, all because they're just associated with witchcraft, and that wasn't really even the case. It was just that they were kind of outcast. I don't know. Anyway, people with poor grammar, I'm not blaming like lack of education, it's the people who should know better. And I know that you know the difference between your, and there, and there, and you still get it wrong. Sometimes I mess up. But you can't be consistently giving me the wrong 2. There's multiple 2s. You should know which one it is. You're a fully grown adult. Why are you at 31 spelling the wrong your? It's not that hard. You should know the context of it. Oh yeah, now, everything at the moment has like an app or an account where you have to log in, QR codes. Why do I have to have an app to go dine at a place? I don't need an account, you know, to buy some shoes. Why? What? I'm okay with membership awards, like award points and whatnot, but I shouldn't have to like log in to an account to get some pizza. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. I wish people would just use menus like normal. The QR code thing is really frustrating too, because some like phones just don't read them that well, and God forbid you have a phone that's about to die, or you know, no data. Oop, can't order food, sorry. Screw you. Starve. Shitty merchandise. I will report back after I go to Laneway about their merchandise selection, but it seems that a lot of artists are kind of just slapping whatever on a shirt and going, that's good enough, without actually caring for what the consumer wants. Like, yep, I'll just chuck the PNG of the album cover. There's my face. Done. And it's not just limited to musicians. It's with sports too. F1 has a lot of terrible merch. If you want to laugh at something, go find the Ferrari champagne splatter hat and pants. It's exactly what it looks like. Just imagine what champagne spray looks like. Yeah. It's champagne spray, not splatter. But yeah. It's precisely what it is. I don't know who ticked off on that, but I know they were having a good laugh. But merchandising shouldn't be like a spit in the face screw you to the fans. Like, they're actively spending money on stuff, and for you to just go, here's my logo, in a terrible time, like in a terrible place, you pay me $50 with the privilege of wearing my album on your body. No, I don't care that it's gonna fade in 3 washes. No, I don't care that the printing is cheap. Oh yeah, the material sucks. Cut costs. Do better. Be better. You have a lot of fans. Like, if you are at the point where you're actively selling out of merch, you can and should do better. The fact that I don't even want to get into the Taylor Swift thing. I might do a separate video on her fan base, because I've got a lot of opinions. And the last one is something so specific, it's stupid. I watch Family Guy quite a bit, and here's the thing. I know it's gonna be sexist going into it, but my god, the treatment of Meg hurts. She's my favorite character. You know, it's hard to find animated teenage girls that actually act like teenagers, and she does for the most part, except for the fact that she's a serial killer and also like really good, and she's also voiced by Mila Kunis, but amazing. Yeah, her as just a punching bag was not funny. She was never that annoying or particularly ugly looking. She kind of just looks like Lois, who is established as a very sexy woman in the universe. So I don't exactly understand why she was used as a punching bag. If anything, it really should have... No character should have been used as a punching bag. They should have been making fun of Chris. Like, he does so much stuff that you go, what the hell? That's so creepy. He gets away with it. Meanwhile, she has a crush on a boy, or she looks at a guy, and he lights himself on fire, throws himself out of a window, you know. She deserves to be beat up. She does have a few good episodes where she gets back at things, but, like, it hurts. I know they've pared back on it in the latest seasons, but the fact is they were able to write Haley from American Dad as a, like, very decent, young woman, I guess. She's not really a teenager. So it shows that Seth MacFarlane can write women. But I know for a fact that there are no women in the Family Guy writers' room for all of those episodes where Meg just gets shit on because, whoop, teenage girl, whoop, better hurt her. Yeah. Alright, I've had enough of my ranting. You probably have as well. Thank you for watching me rant and talk about all of my opinions. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe not. Peace.